my nigga Rawan with me.
But that for my niggas, it'll be an honor.
You know what I'm saying?
Under commanding General YAHANNA. That for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Look, hey, straight off the top, I love all of my niggas. That shit ain't gon' stop till we on top and we ballin', my nigga. We be fly as fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That shit'll never change and it's the same.
Damn, Phelpsy, you made this?
すごいグレイ。
Hey, Shalom, Lord Christ Israel, preaching officer of 1,000, the Kasha one of I.S.U.P.K. Cordially invite you to the I.S.U.P.K. Atlanta Cookout. Is going down July 6th, East Lake Park, 2617 Memorial Drive, Southeast Atlanta, Georgia. You don't want to miss this. We got a lot of fun activities, a lot of things on deck. We got General coming through. We got candles and cocktails for the sisters. We got everything you need, even entertainment for the children. We want to see you there. And also, this is free for every Black, Hispanic, and Native Indigenous person in the city of Atlanta. Shalom.
You ain't no Israelite, but you a gospelite, bitch.
Fuck you talking about?
If that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think, boy? You be done to try. Soft coast shit, we bout it. UPK shoot solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood, hood. More than you, bitch. Sharp on shit, I'm bout it. UPK suit solid. Fuck nigga don't want war. It ain't enough clips in your army. All the bitches wanna take my piece. All they hoes wanna take my piece. All the nigga wanna take my piece. No, I can't let a dog take it from me. I can't let a dog take it from me. You a hoe study and you dummy. And these bitches really out this bitch walking around like they don't know nothing. And a lame nigga fall for them and get set up for the coins.
Clap, clap, clap it up. Y'all about Shem y'all shot Brakathon to all the brothers. Yahweh Shema al thumb, but Slakia. Yahweh Shema al thumb by Hashem. The water. Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shema al thumb, Shem, Yahweh Shai. To all the sisters. The water, got a little tongue twisted. You're right, a little tongue twister there. I can't even get it out. A little tongue twister there. Salakia. Well, hey, welcome to the Monday night history class. For you, those of you tuning in, the water, and and for we got coming up is the 4th of July. And the 4th of July, a lot of us gonna go out, we're gonna get those stupid American flag short sets, T-shirts and the hats and all that. You know, we're gonna buy pork, which is unlawful in accordance to the Bible, according to God. You know, being Israel, because these law, statute, commandments was only given to us. You know, we gotta go out and do that. We gotta grill out, shoot off fireworks and all that. And in the midst of all that, you know, it's gonna be some deletions. Somebody's gonna get deleted. And it's gonna be at least about 2 or 3 people. It's gonna wind up getting deleted on the 4th of July. That is not our holiday. That is not meant for us. You know, that is the heathen. That's the caveman, the oppressor. You know, that's his holiday. We were slaves during this time. This time of 4th of July, we was in the cotton fields picking cotton. You know, what else? Tobacco. You know, they was whipping our backs. You know, assaulting our women and even the men. You know, we was having all types of atrocities done to us during this time, during our slavery. And all these so-called leaders, these what they call them, the forefathers, America's forefathers. You know, they had us as slaves while they was fighting and getting their freedom, their independence. We were slaves. You know, wasn't no freedom for us. You know, that kills me that we want to go out and celebrate that which is not was never our freedom. That was their freedom. That which does not pertain to us. Even in their constitution, none of that was never meant for us. You know, you got cats out here, man. Well, I don't know why y'all want to try to talk about, you know, we got to change from the inside. They ain't letting you change from the outside. What makes you think that you're going to become a congressman or a senator or a governor and you're going to change anything? You know how quickly they'll shoot you down if you propose anything. All right, we're going to get to a little article right here. What to the slave is the 4th of July? What to the slave is the 4th of July was a speech delivered by Frederick Douglass on July 5th, 1852, at Corinthian Hall in Rochester, New York, at a meeting organized by the Rochester Ladies Anti-Slavery Society. In the address, Douglass states that positive statements about perceived American values such as liberty, citizenship, and freedom were an offense to the enslaved population of the United States because they lacked these rights. Of course it was an offense. And remember, Frederick Douglass, you know, is also an Edomite. He a caveman too. By his father, not by his skin color, like a lot of us like to run around, you know, and go by skin color. And then what's that thing they say? If you got what? 25, what's it? 5% of black blood or something, 25% of black blood in you that you consider black, like only an idiot would believe that. You got to be a real fool to think that just because you got a little drop of black blood in you, that makes you white. No. So if you're laid up in a hospital and a Chinese man got the same blood type you got, and you need a blood transfusion, and they use that Chinese man's blood, does that make you Chinese? That's what I want to. Is it got to make you Chinese? What about Japanese? What about Samoan? What about an Australian? Will that make you Australian? That's just like saying, you know, you got a kidney transplant from a who? From a let's say a Russian. Does that make you Russian? Come on, man. Make it make sense. You know how simple that sounds? Oh, you got black blood in you. That makes you black. No, it don't. You know, in numbers, was it numbers 1 and 8, where it says they declare their pedigree? Suck it. Anyone on a conference call? All right, no sweat. Any address? Suck it. But yeah, of course it's an offense to us. We're slaves. You know, we working for free. We forced to work as slaves in chains, getting our backs wet. You know, we got overseers watching over us. You know, forced to pick what's that, sugar cane and all that. You know, we ain't got no freedom. So yeah, when you talk about liberty, citizenship, freedom, of course we're going to be offended by it. You know, y'all fighting for y'all freedom. But here, even today, we fighting for our freedom. And everybody has a problem with that. You know, like we're just supposed to just lay down and just take it. No, we this ain't the 60s. We're not Jesse Jackson. We're not Martin Luther King, turn the other cheek. You know, being sprayed with hoses, catch a beat down and just take it. Non-violence, nah. We ain't violent, but we will defend ourselves in the I.S.U.P.K. Right. And the thing that gets me, it says because they lacked those rights, it ain't that we lacked those rights. We didn't have none of these rights, period. Point blank. It ain't that we lacked these rights. We didn't have none of these rights at all, period. Point blank. How are you going to say we lacked those rights when we never had them? Even today, they say, well, what, 3/5 of a man? Huh. Well, if we're 3/5 of a man, then I say they 1/2 of a man. Douglas refers not only to the captivity of enslaved people, but to the merciless exploitation and the cruelty and torture that slaves were subjected to in the United States. Of course, we was exploited. And it just says here, like I've been saying, we've been being tortured. You know? Tortured, hung, you know, assaulted. And it goes on to say, noted for its biting irony and bitter rhetoric and acute textual analysis of the U.S. Constitution. Hey, Ryan. Hey, who is that? Is that Allah? Oh, okay, Most High in Christ. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Barakatah, Truba Halak.
Shalom, Adawan, Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai Barakathum, sir.
All right, how you doing? How you feeling?
I'm Tawab, sir. Happy to
All
be
right,
off the slavery, you know.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Man, I feel you on that. Hey, Shalom Lord of Christ. I'm man Joseph. Glad to see you, huh? Glad to see you tuning in. Have you been listening, Halak?
Sir, I just logged on, sir.
All right, con, no sweat. You know, just for you, I'm gonna start this article all over, all right? Right quick.
The water, sir, appreciate it.
All right. It's called What to the Slave is the 4th of July was a speech delivered by Frederick Douglass, as we all know was an Edomite. But, you know, they always say, you know, because of his skin color, you know, especially back then. Let me put an emphasis on that. Especially back then, they thought, like, if you got a dark skin color, you was black, you was considered black.
Right.
Even though today we know different, and being in the truth, we especially know that the seed goes through the Father.
Right.
Was delivered by Frederick Douglass on July 5th, 1852, at Corinthian Hall in Rochester, New York. A meeting organized by the Rochester Ladies Anti-Slavery Society. In the address, Douglass states that positive statements about perceived American values such as liberty, citizenship, and freedom were an offense to the enslaved population of the United States because they lacked those rights. And what I was saying is, you know, he's saying they lacked those rights. We didn't have those rights, period, at all.
Mm-hmm.
You know, freedom, citizenship, all that. We didn't lack. We didn't have that at all, period, whatsoever.
Mm.
So to say that is an understatement. And of course, we're going to be offended. I mean, you're fighting for your freedom. You gaining your freedom. We ain't got our freedom. You got us under slavery. You know, and you treating us worse than you was treated when you was under Britain's foot. Britain and Spain. When they had them up underfoot, you know, they didn't get treated as bad as they was treating us. And it goes on to say, Douglass referred not only to the captivity of enslaved people, but to the merciless exploitation and the cruelty and torture that slaves were subjected to in the United States. And it goes on to say, noted for its biting irony and bitter rhetoric, an acute textual analysis of the U.S. Constitution, the Declaration of Independence, and the Christian Bible, the speech is among the most widely known of all Douglass's writings. Notice the Christian Bible, right? Notice how they say the Christian Bible. What they use words like rhetoric, acute textual analysis of the U.S. Constitution, the Declaration of Independence, and the Christian Bible. Good night. They putting all that together. The speech is among the most widely known of all Douglass's writings. Many copies of one section of it, beginning in paragraph 32, have been circulated online. Due to this and the variant titles given to it in various places, and the fact that it's called a July 4th oration, but was actually delivered on July 5th. Some confusion has arisen about the date and contents of the speech. The speech has since been published under the above title in the Frederick Douglass Papers, Series 1, Value 2, 1982. I mean, it don't even matter if it came out the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, the 8th, the 9th, the 10th. You know, it's a simple fact that we were still in slavery, and all the speeches in the world and all the you know, and all the politicalness did not help free us. It didn't do nothing for us, but yet our people are gonna go get the, once again, I'm gonna say it again, our people are gonna go get all this pork, they're gonna grill, shoot off fireworks, and wear them stupid, ugly American flag short sets. Are they gonna go get some white pants with some shoes to match, some Nikes or Felines or something to match it, with an American flag shirt, and probably some red glasses or white glasses and a stupid American flag hat? You know, and this while they're getting their freedom, we were slaves. This is not for us. The 4th of July, why is you celebrating another man's freedom? That's what I know. I don't understand that. Is why are we gonna go and celebrate another man's freedom talking about, oh, we built this country, it's our country now too? No, it is not. If it was our country too, do you think we would be getting deleted out here in these streets? Do you think we'd be living in the ghettos? Do you think our people would be homeless? Do you think that our American, our Gadite brothers, our American our American Indian brothers will be living on reservations the way that they do? Do you think our Hispanic brothers would be living in the barrios? You think we'd be living in the projects? Do you think we'd be destroying each other? Do you think we would be following them and because they let us and showing us how to destroy each other?
Yeah.
How is this our country when we getting locked up? We're the only ones who's getting dogged out in this country. And when I say dogged out, I'm talking about destroyed, like to the point where it's like you can't even go into a store without some Arab running it or some African working for some Arab trying to accuse us of stealing. A young sister, Latasha Harlan, can't even go into the store and buy a juice, oranges that she already paid for, without being accused of stealing it and getting deleted. You got something to say, Halak?
Well, Salaki Adawan, if I could.
Go ahead.
The Chinese people, they got a monopoly on the beauty supplies in our neighborhood.
Right.
And now it's getting to where the Arabs are trying to get it, trying to sew up selling chicken in our neighborhoods.
Right, exactly. Like them Circle K, what's in them Circle K where they got that crunchy chicken, crispy, whatever that is.
Comic-Con, sir, and they also the other nationalities, other nations are beginning to buy up the J&J Fish franchise.
Right. Exactly. You see what I mean? You understand exactly. And I.S.U.P.K, we understand exactly what's going on.
Right.
We understand exactly what's happening to us.
Yeah.
But yet we still think that they love and care about us. They keep hope alive, that there's hope, that we can all get along. No, we cannot not all get along. No, we're suffering here. We're winning. I mean, you got abortion clinics in our neighborhoods. You got the Black Christian Church convinced, you using them to convince us that it's okay to get an abortion, to go out and vote, to keep the caveman up under our foot. I mean, up under his foot. Like, I mean, come on, man. How long? How long we gonna be simple? Right. Ain't that what the Most High said? How long ye simple ones? Will you love simplicity?
Right.
This is our enemy. Man, hey, Halak, give me Deuteronomy 28 and 68.
Come on, sir.
Sorry, anyone on a conference call? Yeah, because it's like, the Most High, He left us these records. This is what the good thing about the Bible is. That He had us, our ancestors, write down everything that was going to happen to us, everything, how He wanted us to live, for our records, to keep us on the straight and narrow. But we tend to just stray off from that. We got to get it together as a whole nation. Right. Let me know when you got that for me.
Con, sir. I have it.
All right, Con, go ahead, read.
Kamakan, Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Into where?
Into Egypt again with ships.
Right. He said we was gonna go back in the chain. This time we was gonna go by ships. You know, this time we was gonna be trapped. We was gonna be sent overseas, sent away from our homeland. You know, and which happened.
Yeah.
You know, the so-called Jewish man, he can't say that. He was in Germany. You know, he got paid to go into Jerusalem and say, "Hey, we're the Jews." You got some. You got something to add on, Falak?
La, sir.
All right, Khan. No, I thought I heard you say Salakia. All right, no sweat. But Khan, yeah, you know, it's like we're just so hard-headed to the point, like, we just don't want to listen. And we have to break out of this mentality that we can't do without all these other nations. What, it was like 6 years after slavery that we started building our own towns, had our own cities, our own businesses. You know, if we could do it then, what makes you think we can't do it now? And better yet, it's even better now because we got the I.S.U.P.K since 1969 to teach us to come together, that we can get up out of here. Go ahead, Halak.
No, I was just agreeing with you, Adawan.
Oh, all right, Kyle, no sweat. You know, we have the opportunity now to raise our people up, knowing what's going on, knowing that we have these records, you know, and we got other history, we got other books and stuff to back up our history.
Right.
You know, everything that's going on, everything that you read in this Bible, man, hey, look, ain't nothing going on in life that ain't in the Bible. The Bible got all the answers. All you gotta do is just come in here and learn it. Go ahead and read a lot.
Khan, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
Right, and we haven't seen it. And when he says we will see it no more, it's as far as living there, running our land, you know, tilling the ground, growing crops, raising our families, you know, like living there as one nation. We were never going to live in that land again. And we haven't been back since. You know, you got brothers, that went and visited and stuff, you know, on vacation and stuff. But as far as like just literally just living there, you know, and not living there and being up under the heathen, the so-called Jewish man. I'm talking about we in the land, period. Like ain't nobody else in there but us running the land.
Right.
You know, living there. You know, selling, buying. You know, trading.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we have not been back since. Go ahead, read.
Khan. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
We shall be what?
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
And who's our enemy? Who's our enemy? Go ahead.
The so-called white man.
Khan, exactly. Damn right. That's our enemy. This is his independence. This is his this 4th of July coming up. That's his independence. That's none of ours. You just read it right here in Deuteronomy 28 and 68. You know, telling us we shall be sold unto our enemies. This is not our 4th of July. This is not our Independence Day. Not yet. We ain't have our Independence Day just yet. Right. But guess what? You know what our Independence Day was? What we celebrate every year? From our enemies? when we was down in Egypt, Mizraim, under the Egyptians, under who was that? Ramses?
Khan, I believe so, sir. One of
Khan.
them.
Right. You know, the Passover.
Right.
That's our Independence Day. That's what we celebrate.
That's right.
And we eat lawful foods. We don't go out and barbecue and eating pork and all that. We learned that from them. We learned that from the caveman. That's where we learned that from. We're not supposed to be eating that.
That's right.
You know, you were in the tradition of the caveman, of the oppressor. That's his tradition. That's his thing. That ain't our thing. Where in the Bible does it say that we're supposed to be doing that, celebrating 4th of July, Independence Day? This ain't our rest. This is not our rest. We were not saved. Because when you read 28:68, it goes on to say, no man shall buy you. An old Quaker word, meaning no one will save you. Go ahead, Locke, finish that out for me.
Khan, sir. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
Slave men and slave women. Go ahead.
And no man shall buy you.
And there it is. No man shall buy you. No man shall save you. And we haven't been saved. Because what else does the Bible say? That we're looking for people that will not save. We're looking for what? Vain help?
Khan, sir.
You know, looking towards the people that cannot save us and will not save us. They ain't trying to save us. Why should they? Y'all are slaves. We making money off of your back. There ain't nobody trying to save you. Save you for what? For why? Well, we can use you and make money off our back. Off your back, Salakia.
Right.
All right, I'll go ahead and go ahead, Halak. You got something?
That's Salakia out of one, if I could, sir.
Go ahead.
That's so heavy, you know, what you said. Why would they save us? Why would they deliver us when we stimulate their economy?
Exactly. You know, because you think of how many brothers and sisters going to go out and celebrate the 4th of July. Look how much money that they're going to be making.
Right.
Ooh, boy, they're going to be making thousands. I wouldn't doubt if it's a little over $1 million.
Oh, Con.
Hey, Halak, matter of fact, go ahead.
Millions, if millions, one of the brothers had brought out in a previous class the approximate amount of dollars that is spent on during Valentine's Day, Christmas. Forget about it. You got Mother's Day. You got Father's Day. It's in their best interest to keep us asleep.
Right.
I yield.
Con, you should. Hey, look, you're exactly right. The best way to keep us up under their foot, the best way to keep us down, keep us asleep. Now, because you look at it, that's heavy that you should say that. Keep us asleep, because if you look at it, now it's to the point where it's like they got it into our heads that, we part of this.
Right.
When it's time to make money off our backs, we part of this. They make out that we're part of this. Mm-hmm. Now we're part of this when it's convenient for them.
Right.
When they know they're about to make millions, y'all get, hey, look, that was in the past. Forget about it. You know, that was then. This is now. And then you got a lot of us, you know, they got to go and either invite their little Edomite friends over. Are they going up to little Edomite friends? Or, you know, they going to the party, we all together. We all one. You know, they want to be Independence Day. You know, we all come together to fight the aliens. When that ain't such the case. And we're not supposed to be doing it. We're not supposed to be integrated with them. We're supposed to be separate.
Right.
You know, then you got these just like you got these cops out here. You know, they want to be what's that? They want to be Mr. Tibbs and Chief Gillespie. You know, in the heat of the night. You know, the good old Southern white cop. You know, and the good old up north Negro that's from the South. He went up north and, you know, and became a FBI agent or something he was.
Hmm.
They want to call me Mr. Tibbs and all that. Like, nah, brother. Trust me. Black, Hispanic, Native American Indians, you are not part of this culture. You are not part of the United States. Don't stop letting them put that in your head. Don't let them put that in your head. Stop letting them do that. Because if we was, all the destruction that we're going through right now, all the drugs, the gang violence, all that, the abortions, stores, the cigarettes, you know, all the tobacco and all the blunts and all that they sell to us. No one is meant to delete you. No one is meant to give you cancer. As long as they can make money off you, hey, that's how you know we Israel. We a destroyed people.
That's right.
You know? So yeah, we're gonna get some more into this article. It says, there's a backstory. There's a background. The Rochester Ladies Anti-Slavery Society was founded in 1851. The inaugural meeting between 6 women took place at Corinthian Hall on August 20th. Frederick Douglass had moved to Rochester in 1847 in order to publish his newspaper, the North Star. He had previously lived in Boston, but did not want his newspaper to interfere with the sales of the Liberator, published by William Lloyd Garrison. Slovakia. And of course, you know, he an Edomite. And of course, you know, he's an Edomite. And of course, you know, he don't want to compete with Massa. You know, they always send that good old Massa, that one that they know. Oh, I want freedom for my people. I want freedom for black people, but it's gonna cost. But it's gonna come at a price. There's certain things you can and cannot do. And see, that's what I love about the leaders in the I.S.U.P.K. I.S.U.P.K. under Commander General YAHANNA, ain't no compromising.
Right.
Ain't gonna be none of that. Oh well, you know, I don't want to interfere with massive newspaper. Man, bunk that. If you can get the truth out, you got a newspaper, and you come in with straight truth and straight facts, do that. Published by William Lloyd Garrison. Douglass had spoken at Corinthian Hall in the past. He had delivered a series of 7 lectures about slavery there in winter of 1850 to 1851. Additionally, he had spoken there less than 3 months prior to this speech. On March 25th, in that speech, he cast the abolitionist movement as being engaged in a war against defenders of slavery. But the only defenders but you know who the defenders of slavery was? That's the good old boys, the good old Southerners. You know? And even up north. Because the only thing with the Northerners, they didn't want to be subject. They didn't want to be up underfoot of the South. They didn't want the South just controlling everything. But you know, hey, look, North or South, they didn't care. They didn't care if we were slaves or not. Because what did Lincoln say? All he cared about was preserving the Union.
Hmm.
According to the 1850 census, there were around 3.2 million enslaved persons in the United States. Wow. Wow. You know how many journeys that was? 3.2 million enslaved Negroes, black people in the United States. 3.2 million? Just think about that. 3.2 million. You know how many ships? And you know how much back and forth? How many miles traveled?
Lucky Adawan.
Go ahead.
So that's they say that's the approximate number of yeah. And I've read and heard, you know, excess of 100 million slaves though. You know, in some
Right.
you know, in some sources.
Right.
I think
I
that
mean,
3 million.
go
Salaki,
ahead.
sir.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say real quick. I think that's a low ball right there. That number right there.
Oh yeah, Kyle, most definitely. Because what I was thinking, like, if it's 3.2 million enslaved, because it was like 100 million of us, right?
Come on, sir. I've heard that number.
Right. So I'm wondering, 3.2 million, because it couldn't have been that many of us that escaped and was free. So yeah, that's a low ball number, a very low ball number. 3.2 million, and there's 100 million of us.
You,
Go ahead.
I was just thinking, Adawan, it wouldn't surprise me, you know, if they're playing with the numbers now, you know, to kind of to downplay our suffering and to expand the suffering, you know, of the they always talk about their 6 million.
Oh,
You know,
right, exactly.
so
And
if they
right, exactly.
right, if they lowball our numbers, you know, then they can come with the
Yeah,
argument that it was more of them that suffered than us. You know, I yield.
right, exactly. You know, y'all feel bad for us. You know, it was only 3.2 million of them. You know, it was 6 million of us. You gotta feel more sorry for us than them.
Right.
You know, and I'm wondering at this time too, if they were still like, if we were still coming over here, because you know that would take a lot of ships and a lot of traveling. 100 million of us, ooh. But still, though, at the same time, that still do sound like a low ball number.
Khan, Salaki, sir.
Go ahead.
You know, just like you know, we celebrate. You know, they've made Juneteenth a holiday. You know, which is centered around, you know, a lot of our people were still continue to work on the plantation, even though they were legally free.
Right,
Well, when they made it illegal to end the transportation, the transporting of slaves, it was many oppressors that continued to sneak, you know, and they so you know, they were sneaking and doing it, you know, so you know, those numbers are you know, who knows how high those numbers are? You know, that who knows? It's way more than 3 million, though.
You're right. Right, most definitely. And I'm glad you said that because I was thinking that as I'm reading it. I'll get back in. We gotta get back into it. Although the import of people directly from Africa had been banned in 1807, the domestic slave trade, still legal, was thriving. Over 150,000 persons were sold between 1820 and 1830, and over 300,000 were sold between 1850 and 1860. Wow. They just anteed up the numbers. Man. Look, this is how you know they're the devil. That's how it was banned and y'all still going back and forth.
That's right.
You're snatching us up, putting us in slavery.
Right.
And like you said, Juneteenth shoot. Hey, look, even though slavery was over, they were, like you said, they were still sneaking us into slavery, onto plantations, all that.
Right.
So even when it was banned, they were still traveling back and forth getting us.
That's right.
Huh. If he ain't the devil that the Bible speaks of. Get back to some more of this article. In 1850, the Fugitive Slave Act had passed. Congress, as part of the broader compromise of 1850, this act forced people to report people who had escaped their enslavement and escaped to a free state under punishment of a fine or imprisonment. Additionally, it awarded $10 to a judge who sentenced an individual to return to enslavement, while awarding only $5 if the claim was dismissed. Finally, the act did not allow the accused individual to defend themselves in court. This act drew the ire of the abolitionist movement and was directly criticized by Douglass in his speech. Wow. Ain't that about a blip? Hey, Halak.
Sir.
See, this is why we got to separate.
That's right.
You know? Get me Revelations 18:4. This is why we got to separate. This is why we got to get away from these people, man. I mean, that's, boy. Because even today, you know, it's, boy. And while you're getting that, I'm going to read this right quick. Later views on American independence. The speech, "What to the Slave is the 4th of July," was delivered in the decade preceding the American Civil War, which lasted from 1861 to 1865, and achieved the abolition of slavery. During the Civil War, Douglass said that since Massachusetts had been the first state to join the Patriot cause during the American Revolutionary War, black men should go to Massachusetts to enlist in the Union Army. After the Civil War, Douglass said that we had achieved a great thing by gaining American independence during the American Revolutionary War, though he said it was not as great as what was achieved by the Civil War. Here we go, being sold out again.
Right.
You know, I mean, we was already fighting for our own independence, our own freedom. We was escaping on our own. Everything that was planned out for our freedom, we was doing it on our own anyway. And I don't understand is why we can't think of why we think of that we needed help. We really didn't need their help. Just like we don't need their help today.
Right.
You know, we planned our escape, you know, had everything mapped out. And all them so-called spiritual Negroes, we even had our own code language. This is how you know that the Bible is a black man's book, because in it is slang. You know, what we used for code words was slang. Hell, them old Negro spirituals, when they was thinking that we was talking about wade in the water, it was a wait in the water or wait by the water was the actual lyrics. I was saying, you know, hey, look, there's gonna be an escape. We gotta run away. We're going up north. You know, I need you to wait in a certain spot. I need you to this water. You know, wait behind, wait in a wooded area, in a certain wooded spot.
Right.
Yeah. And we had them so messed up. The Underground Railroad, they was actually looking for a railroad that would be underground. They was actually literally looking for underground tunnels.
Salaki Adawan.
Go ahead.
You know, my when I was coming up, my grandmother, she had those quilts, you know, that she used to make from old, like I hate to say rags, but you know, them quilts, they was warm as hell, but they was like
And
but so come to find out, you know, the slaves used to have directions, like them quilts used to be a map.
Right.
You know? And also they used to braid directions in people's hair.
Exactly, you know. And look, that is the intelligence of our people. You can't tell me.
Come.
You know, you ain't no way you can't tell me we ain't the true Israelites.
Right. They used to braid maps in brothers and sisters' hair.
Exactly. You know, man, come on, man. And you know what? You know, it's heavy that you should bring that up. Because if you look at it, and they couldn't even break it. They couldn't even break the code. They didn't even understand what was going on.
Right.
You know, and I'm so glad you brought that up, because what's so heavy about that is, you know, our American Indian brothers, what is that, during World War II? The Wind, do you ever see that movie, Wind Talkers?
Sir.
That was a pretty good movie. Them American Indian brothers, them Gadite brothers, man, they had, you know, hey, look, they use their language, as a code. They came up with a code that the Germans couldn't break. That they was teaching the what do you call them, the telegraphers, the communications in the military. You know, when they want to send a message and they want to keep secret codes and all that.
Right.
You know, they couldn't even what you call it. They couldn't even break the code at all.
Right. You know, it's so many instances in history, you know, where we help our own oppressors win wars, where it would have been no way they could have won wars without our help.
Right. You know, you are so right. Because you look at all throughout history, you know, when we was under oppression of another nation, the wars that they went to, that any time that we was in them and their military, they always won.
God.
You sure enough right about that. Hey, let me know when you got that for me.
Khan, sir. The book of Revelations, chapter 18 and verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people."
Right, stop right there. There's another voice in heaven say, "Come out of her, my people. Come about this wickedness. Come about this United States. Come about this spirit of destruction. The spirit of violence. Come up out of her. Come up out of that what do you want to call it? That wicked country, that Babylon the Great, that whore of Babylon, Lucky, that floozy of Babylon." And Rod, any questions, any comments online? All right, Con. Hey, Shalom to Christ. To everyone that tuning in, the water. Kalapa. Hey, Shalom to Christ, sis. The water for checking in. Yaka La from Duval. Shalom to Christ. Good to see you, sis. The water. But yeah, come up out of her. Get about that wickedness. Because she ain't nothing but trouble. There's a rock band from back in like the 60s or 70s. They made a song called American Woman. And that song, the reason I like that song because it's so true. Because part of the song says, color lights can hypnotize, go and shine in someone else's eyes. And that's what America has done. They shine bright lights. What's that? Bright lights, big city. Mm-hmm. Shining gold and all that. America, the land of opportunity. America, the land of wickedness, the land of destruction.
Right.
Go ahead, Halak.
Deception.
Right, exactly. Oh, I like that word, deception. We have to start using that. Deception. Exactly. America itself is a transformer. A straight Decepticon. Because you will get deceived when these foreigners come in here. Because they tell them, watch it. Because when they come in here, when they get to Ellis Island, what's the first thing they tell them? Watch out for the blacks in America. They no good. You got to watch them. They thieves. They assault women. They delete people, all that. When it's you all along.
Right.
The same ones telling them that, they talking about their own selves. Go ahead, read some more on that.
Come on, sir. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins."
Right. So that we do not become partakers of her sins. God telling them, get up out of America. Don't put your spirit into that. Don't put your life into America. Don't put nothing into America. And what's her sins? The lies, the Christianity, the white Christianity telling us that the cave, the oppressor Christianity taught us that Christ was a caveman, was a pale man. God's a pale man, the angels. What else is another lie? What else is another lie? Oh yeah, told us that we're Africans.
Right.
Her sins is the bloodshed, the deletion, the unnecessary deletion of our people.
Right.
The slave, they took it too far. The slave, when they having us in slavery, they took it way too far. The Rainbow Connection lifestyle.
Right.
The LGBTIUIC lifestyle,
Right.
another sin. Being drug addicts, women being floozies. You know, they turn our women into floozies. And floozy, that's an old term for a loose woman, a prostitute. You know, a woman who walks around with her body showing.
Yeah.
You know, so when you hear me say floozy, that's what that is. That's just an old term. You know, what else is her sins? Come on, like I know you know American sins.
Come, sir.
Go ahead.
Salakia Adawan. Oppression.
Right. You know.
Theft.
Exactly. And not only theft, but they want to take back, you know, whatever they give, they want to take back.
Yeah.
And then they got the nerve to come up with the term Indian giver.
Yeah.
You the original Indian giver.
That's right.
And the reason I say that, you know how we can prove that? Jacob and Esau. When Esau sold his birthright to Jacob, and then he had a little hissy fit, acted like a little child, threw a temper tantrum, and tried to take back the birthright. He's the first original Indian giver. And if you want to get technical about it,
Salakia Adawan.
go ahead.
If I could, sir, I got a precept.
Go ahead.
Come, sir. The book of Revelations, chapter 17, and verse 1. And there came one of the seven angels which had the seven vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters.
Oh, I like that. The great
American
whore.
woman.
Right. Hey, you know what? That's the name of the song too, American Woman. That's the name of the song, American Woman, like literally. Exactly. You know, she poured her sins out many waters. I'm talking about many waters stretched across the whole world, from shore to shore. You go cross seas, and you will see American influence, and say like China, Japan, you know, the Middle East.
That's right.
You know, everywhere they go, you know, they want to force their lifestyle, their way of living, you know, their so-called democracy on other nations, on other countries.
Right.
You know, and that's what they have done. All these other countries, all these other nations, they're partakers of her sins. You know, they drink from her cup.
Right.
You know, all the sins of America, all these other nations, because America is the so-called leader of the world, leader of the free world, but ain't nothing free. And it surely ain't free without a price. You've always got to pay a price.
Right.
You know. Excellent. Go ahead.
If I could, Adawan, we left. How can we forget feminism?
Oh, right. Exactly. Feminism. You know, Women want to be just like the man, you know, talking about they want to be equal to the man. Everything they do equal to the man. That they shouldn't have to listen to the man. You know, that feminist movement. You know, it seeped into our homes. You know, black homes it seeped into. And the next thing you know, it's like, wait a minute, what's going on? You know, because the white one, because the Slovakia cave woman, that pale woman, you know, because she was catching hell with her man. Our women wasn't catching hell with us.
No.
You know, but as how we always say in I.S.U.P.K, they know that we fight. And they know how we fight. And they know when we fight, we fight. And that's what they use us for. Especially our women. You know, and unfortunately our women was naive to fall for it. I'm gonna get back some more into this article right quick. Hold on, did I finish that? Oh God, sloppy, I did. Hold up. Hold up.
Con.
Get me where's it at? Oh, give me Micah 2 and 10.
Con, sir.
Right, because man, like this 4th of July, you know, and we pretty much all know the history of the 4th of July. You know. And who was the brother when it first kicked off? Christmas Atkins. You know, they try to make out like, you know, that brother was just such a, you know, he was minding his own business when he was deleted. When he was deleted by the British, you know, and they, you know, oh, you know, he was the first to go. Like, you know, they try to make out like, you know, this brother was such a patriot, which was a lie. Now I hate that the brother, he was caught in the crossfire. I hate the brother because, you know, they say he was a free brother. You know, he was a free man. You know, and I hate that he got caught in the crossfire. You know, and now they want to say, oh, yeah, you know, they try to use that. You know, try to use that as that brother, you know, he was just such a patriot and all that. But no, it wasn't such the case. You know, he just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Salaki Adawan.
Go ahead.
What was that brother name again? Baba Kashab?
Christmas Atkins.
Christmas Atkins.
Crispus.
Crisp. Okay.
Crisp. That's what is it? CRISPUSATTUCKS, I believe.
Come. And where did this go down at?
I believe it was in Boston.
Okay. Come, sir. I got that precept, Adawan.
Oh, go ahead.
Come, the book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest.
Right. This ain't our rest. We did not gain our independence. You know? Because look, we're not resting now. What rest are we getting? Look at these slaveries. Look at these slaveries that we have. And how hard you have to work. just to make it, especially now. I mean, it's like, and it seems like once you get home, once you get off that slavery, you go home and take care of everything that you need to take care of. What happens? When you go to sleep, it's like you gotta get right back up and do it all over again.
Right.
This ain't our rest. Because if this was our rest, we'd be able to walk down the street freely. Our kids would be able to play in the park without having to be unalive by some caveman cop. You know, we wouldn't have to worry about all that. If we were so free, then Castillo what's the brother's name? Castillo Philando, he would still be alive.
Come, sir.
Oh, is this the mighty man? Isaiah Allah, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabrakatah.
Yeah, how about you Shabbat for like about me, real heavy clan. You know what I'm saying? Kind of one kind. That's our brother, Philando Castile. You know what I mean? And the water to the men above, you know, Captain Operium, you know what I mean, the Nazarite, you know what I'm saying? And he put that in the song when we hear it, you know what I mean, we feel it. That
right.
You know, the baby's right in the back, you know, the America's captivated by the sins of America. The people are captivated, you know what I mean? The oppressor is just the devil that the Bible speaks of. So lock it, sir.
Khan, you ain't never lying. I don't know if you can hear Isaiah Allah, but he was saying, you know, the people, you know, they're just so enthralled by, you know, America, and Philando Castile, that's our brother. He had his baby in the back seat. And imagine your baby got to witness that. You being deleted by an Edomite cop, by the devil. You know, you got your woman sitting next to you in the driver's seat. You know, and as you know, Isaiah was bringing out, you know, Captain Akkad, you know, he got it in this song. You know, at the end of the song, man, I mean, and it, man, that boy, hey, look, if that song don't get you at the end of that song, if that don't get you, boy, I don't know what to tell you. You just ain't got no heart. You just don't care about your people. Cause boy, that's real sad. Like even now, to listen to it now, oh my God, that song about make me want to cry. For real. Listening to that end part, if you just really listen to it and just, oh man, because it was unnecessary. You know, if we was free, that brother would still be alive. His family would not have to go through that. Who else? Botham Jean. You know, Ahmad Arbery. You know, Sandra Bland, Latasha Harlan.
Come on.
You know, when these brothers and sisters come back, all these heathens that unalive, I pray. I would love for them same ones, I would love for them to be their slaves. Them brothers and sisters, I would love for them heathens to have to be their slaves. You know? Go ahead, read that from the beginning again, Halak.
Come, sir. The book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest.
Right. Arise ye. Wake up, Israel. Get your mind right. Depart from America. Depart from putting your spirit into America. Get that spirit of America about you. Depart, separate from it.
Right.
You know, wake up. Arise. You know, Get in this I.S.U.P.K. Learn these laws, statutes, and commandments. Learn who your enemy is.
That's right.
You know? Get that righteous spirit back up in you.
Come.
No, arise. Get up. Wake up out that deep sleep. You know, don't let America keep putting you to sleep with its lies, with its atrocities to make everything, make out like like it's the victim's fault. We the victims. How is it our fault? What factories, what boats do we have to go across seas to bring drugs to sneak drugs into America and put it into our neighborhoods? You know, what drug manufacturing companies do we own? What abortion clinics do we own? Not none.
Right.
Hey, Rye. Hey, any comments online?
And he wasn't trying to engage. So.
Oh yeah. Hey, ain't nobody got time for all that. Right. Eric, right, Kyle. Hey, the water. Right. Hey, the water. Right, yeah. Kyle. Right, but right, Kyle. Hey, the water for that. Right, yeah, I ain't got time for no trolls. I ain't got time for, simple-minded rhetoric. But yeah, we gotta come from around. We gotta come from around America. And that's why I say I hope. I ain't talking about going out and voting. I ain't saying that. All I'm saying is I would love to see Donald Trump become the president. And why? The reason why I want him to become president is because he's arrogant enough to pull that trigger. And kick off World War III. He's arrogant enough to do that. Please let him become president and let him push that button so that the nation of Israel can get up out this slavery. Pull that trigger, cause a full blown out World War III. So big black man named Christ can crack that sky and come on down and get Israel up out of here. Because he's arrogant enough to do it. And I'll put it like this: Donald Trump, he's the typical caveman. He's the typical pale man. He's the typical YTE man. Like for real. Because his arrogance and his bravado, and he got everybody hyped up. His people, he got them amped up and hyped up. Because in Esau's military, they already think they're unbeatable. That can't nobody beat them. They think they're the unstoppable juggernaut. No, Israel were the unstoppable juggernaut. When we follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, we're the unstoppable juggernaut.
Right.
When this army gets finished getting built up, that's us. Black, Hispanic, and Native American, Indian man, woman, and child. We're the unstoppable juggernaut.
That's right.
We're the ones who will come through here and wreck shop. With the power of Christ, that is, with the power of the Most High. Because when Christ come back, he got to get his vengeance first. And then we get our turn. And the remnant, oh yeah, y'all definitely going into slavery.
Salaki Adawan.
Go ahead.
I got a precept, Adawan.
Go ahead.
Come, sir. The book of Romans, chapter 13 and verse 11. And that, knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe.
Right. Oh, I like that. Nice one. Nice precept. I like that, huh?
Come, sir.
I'm gonna have to give you a hand for that one. Because because you know when Christ returned, like, hey, look, when Christ showed us the way, when Christ showed us, you know, he showed us how to do the law. Not just read it, but to actually do it. Like we do right here in the I.S.U.P.K. That's why it's called universal practical now. It's because we practice it. We do it every day. These follow these law, statute, commandments. You know, supposed to meditate on that. You know, because our salvation is closer than what we thought.
Yeah.
You know, fucking, especially when Christ came. When Christ came as Christ, oh yeah. And not only that, these times now, here it is 2024, it's even getting closer and closer. It's even more closer than ever before now. Because you look at all these nations, they're gearing up. They're choosing sides and gearing up. You know, they're building up the armory to the highest point that they can get it. You know. Yeah, you know how when you was in school, when they say, you know, when you picking sides,
right,
for like a kickball game or a baseball game or something.
Come.
You know, choosing sides. You know, they want the right, because you know you always try to pick who you know was the best player.
Right.
You know, the fastest runner. You know, the best catcher, the best hitter. You know, that's who you always try to pick, and that's what these nations are doing right now.
Come, Adawan. Putin taking trips to Korea.
Right. You see, exactly.
They linking up.
You know. Yeah. Hey, look, because what do you want? You want the best players on your team.
Come.
You know. If they can make a good deal, if they can make a deal with Korea, oh yeah. That's North Korea.
The short young cat.
Right, Khan. What's his name? Young Dong Kim or something like that.
Khan with the buzz cut.
Right, Khan. Him. Yeah, because they say he crazy. Yeah, they say he crazy anyway.
Right.
So you know he probably down for all that.
Right.
You know. He even just look like he ready to start something. He just look like he ready for something to pop off.
Right.
But yeah, you know, hey, look, the time is so close.
Yeah.
And hey, look, grace period is running out real quick. For all you Christians who think grace is, oh yeah, I'm saved by grace. No. Grace is the time that's given to get yourself together. Grace is the time that's given for you to come up with the money to pay that bill. That's what grace is. That's what that grace period is. Grace, hey, look, you Christians, your pastor's lying to you. Your pastor's lying to you about everything. That's another wicked sin. You know, a woman is not supposed to be in the pulpit teaching. That's some more wickedness. You know?
That's right.
Hey, look. You ain't got much time. I suggest that you leave that Christianity alone. Stop being a Muslim. Leave that rock alone. Who else? Buddha. All them. What do you want to call? What I want to call them? All them. 100. What do you call them people with them red dots that got all them gods? Leave them people alone with them transsexual gods, them he she gods. And how you gonna worship something like that anyway? You can't even tell if that's a man or a woman. Why would you want to worship something like that? But guess what? It's understandable because you got a lot of that going on right now. It's like a lot of cats out here worshiping them he she gods because they running around getting all these operations. Men turn themselves into women. Women turn themselves into men. If you really want to get technical with it, you can look at it like, to me, the way I see it, that's a form of worship. Because it's like you try to be just like them. You try to be like them little he she gods. Them little its. I couldn't do it. I ain't about you. You know? Hey, Halak. Any more on that? Micah 21:10. Any more on that?
Come, sir.
Hold on. The precept that you finished with it? Salakia.
Sir, it's a little bit more.
All right, Khan, go some more into that.
Khan. Micah chapter 2 and verse 10. Because it says, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you.
Right, stop right there.
Khan.
Right. And which it is destroyed us. It is polluted. And it is destroyed us. It has polluted our minds. It polluted the minds of our children. It even polluted us when we thought it was okay to celebrate Christmas. We thought the worship of Nimrod, of trees. We thought it was okay to celebrate Thanksgiving, 4th of July, to shoot off fireworks.
Right.
And the grill out, the barbecue and all that, eating pork. We thought it was all right. Hey, look, when I get a girlfriend, I'm gonna take her out. We're gonna have steak. What's that? Steak and lobster. But like that's a delicacy. That is not no delicacy. Now the steak is, but get rid of that lobster. That lobster is not a delicacy. We've been polluted. We've been taught to think that it was okay.
Right.
That was a normal thing to go out and date outside your race.
Right.
Our mind's been clouded, polluted, fogged up. All that. Okay, still got a little bit of time left. Drop that. Gonna get back a little bit more into this. Hey, Salakia, Zaryala, you have any comments, questions? Zaryala. All right, no sweat. But yeah, you know, that boy, this America, man. America got us so they got us just straight jacked up. You know, some of us don't even know if we coming or going.
Yeah.
You know, America had us thinking it's okay to bow down. Hold on, Slovakia. Slovakia, give me 1 second.
Concert.
Okay, here we go. Analysis. A major theme of the speech is how America is not living up to its proclaimed beliefs. He talks about how Americans are proud of their country and their religion and how they rejoice in the name of freedom and liberty, and yet they do not offer those things to millions of their country's residents. He also attempts to demonstrate the irony of their inability to sympathize with the black people they oppress in cruel ways that the forefathers they valorize never experienced. He validates the feelings of injustice the founders felt, the juxtaposes their experiences with vivid descriptions of the harshness of slavery. So basically, hey, look, y'all ain't Americans. Y'all is not none of us. Y'all just a bunch of capital N's we got under slavery, and that's all you will ever be to us. Your property. We were never supposed to be free. We were never supposed to experience any type of freedom, of liberty. We're supposed to still, to this day, they wanted to keep us up under their foot. Now, this is your so-called forefathers. This is your 4th of July, Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians, that you want to go out and celebrate. This is who you run around talking about your forefathers. These are not your forefathers. This is the oppressors. When have they ever been your forefathers? And a lot of us is proud to claim that. Man, we Americans. You know, we need to come together. I hear some brothers say we need to come together with the pale man and kick all these other races out. Like, are you serious? Like, why would you do that? The enemy of my enemy is still my enemy. I don't care how good you try to make it sound, and you know, hey, we built this country and all that. You know, it belongs to us now. No, it don't. I wish you Negroes would stop saying that, because they don't. What part of this country do you own? What do you run? I mean, that's just like you got all these gang members running around, y'all deleting each other.
Right.
Talk about you on my block. You in the wrong neighborhood, this, that, and the third. It ain't none of your neighborhood. That block is not yours. Ain't none of that yours. That neighborhood is not yours. Because just like back in the 80s, when they bombed, when the pale man, when he bombed that neighborhood, that black neighborhood of Philly, think he can't do the same thing to you? While you running around deleting your own brother? Go ahead, Azariah. Go ahead, brother.
Kind of concept, the water, I don't want real heavy point you're bringing out. You know, I was just watching a program the other day. You know, it was the Move Project in Philly. You know, it's one of the few times they dropped bombs on us. You know what I'm saying? And just before that, we had He dropped bombs in Black Wall Street, and our people so oppressed that Gap Band, the Greenwood Orchard Pond Gap Band, they got a song say, "You dropped a bomb on me." You know what I mean? You say, the brother said, we ain't getting no reparations, we ain't get none of that, but at least I can make some money off this damn music, singing the truth of what this devil did, because the oppressor is the devil. The Bible speaks of Salaki, sir.
Right, exactly. Yeah, and I'm so glad you brought that up. The MOVE program. That's right, And like you said, even before that, Slovakia, Black Wall Street.
Right.
So this lets you know this ain't the first time that they have bombed our neighborhoods, our town, and they'll do it again. If they want to send in the National Guard and the military and just clear everybody out, they can do that. They will do that. So all this running around talking about you want to delete each other over a block. Man, why don't you protect your neighborhood from the real enemy? The real enemy is the pale man, the caveman, the oppressor. Right. That's who your enemy is. Your enemy is not your brother.
Right. That's right.
You so worried about your brother, but you'll let these people just walk through your neighborhood, la-di-da-di-da-di-da. I'm going to walk my little mutt dog.
Right.
I hate them damn little mutts they got. I don't want to kick. Go ahead, Ryan. It's like, hey, I feel you that.
Can I get the truth to read the precept?
Kai.
You brought out Proverbs 3 and 31.
Nope.
Right.
Go ahead,
Come on, sir.
Can you get the precept for me? Proverbs 3 and 31.
Come on, sir.
Because understand what the whole point of the class is, to identify whose independence it is.
Right.
It says the 4th of July is our enemy's independence. And that's why the question even up here, whose independence are you celebrating?
Right.
So read that scripture for me,
Come, sir. The book of Proverbs.
Hey, Slakia. Hey, nice touch. The water for that. I like that. Excellent. Go ahead, all right. A lot.
Come, sir. The book of Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor.
Right. Read on.
And choose none of his ways.
Now, you got to understand how heavy this scripture is for the season that we in right now. Because if you look at it, everything that we do as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we got from the oppressor. We got from envying our oppressor. We see them claim their independence on the 4th of July. We see them bust firecrackers and shoot guns and yeehaw on the 4th of July. We see them go to the lake and fish and fire up the grill on the 4th of July and eat crab, pork, shrimp, lobster, throw it all up on the 4th of July, beer, everything on the 4th of July. We see them gather themselves together on the 4th of July while we were in the field getting our backs broken.
Right.
We watched what they did, envied our oppressor, and then chose all of their ways and did everything that we saw them do. And that's what has to stop. That's what the I.S.U.P.K is here to show you, is to identify in my opinion, it's pretty obvious to identify. You're gonna tell me Independence Day is what? The 4th of July, 1776, I think it was.
Well, I think it was 1776.
I think so. Let me see. U.S. Independence Day is July 4th, 1776. And you know why I know that date? Because I was taught my oppressor's ways.
Right. You know what?
I was taught that. We was raised up learning their independence,
right.
not ours. You know what I mean? Now they want to give us Juneteenth. Like that means something. You know, Juneteenth is actually a celebration of the last plantation that was told that slavery was abolished.
Right.
They've been abolished it. But it's when the last one was like, hey, y'all free. That's what we celebrate. When they finally decide to tell us.
Right.
Hey, you know what? You don't got to do this no more. They got to pay y'all. And all they did was change the name of the game. They didn't give us freedom. They changed it to sharecropping. They changed it to the prison system.
Right.
The U.S. police didn't even exist until the abolishment of slavery.
Right.
So it just gave them more jobs, more revenue in a different form. The union didn't care to give us our freedom. They just wanted to capitalize off of the population that the South
right.
So understand this ain't had nothing to do with us. That independence in 1776, where every single black man, Hispanic man, and Native American man was on that day, on the Independence Day. We were slaves. We were in prison. We were in chains when they got their so-called independence.
Right.
And we not independent. We still ain't independent from them.
Exactly.
So that is why I think this class is so heavy and so necessary, is because we have to really see and understand whose independence we celebrate, and see that it's our enemies that we boosted up when we go and choose all of their ways and put on red, white, and blue pants.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? We out here looking crazy.
Yeah, you know.
Wearing a flag shirt of a nation that only oppresses us and makes a killing financially off of the sweat of Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. So with that, I use.
Hey, give that brother a hand. You know, hey, look, it is so heavy that you should say that and bring that out, because you look at it. We wasn't barbecuing in the fields.
Right.
They didn't say, hey, look, we gotta give y'all a day off.
Right.
To go barbecue, to go, to shoot fireworks and all that. We wasn't done. They didn't do that. We wasn't doing that.
Right.
No. Our fingers was bleeding. Our backs was sore. Down there broke in the fields. Plowing fields, picking cotton, tobacco. All that.
Right.
Taking care of horses. Cleaning their sheets, their bed sheets in their houses, and building this and that, and fixing up roads and all that. Man, come on, man.
Right.
Brothers was being hung up in the barn. While they was beating us with the whips.
Yeah.
Where was our freedom at? Where was our independence? Where was our independence at? They didn't care about none of that. Not for us. For themselves, yeah. But not for us. That Declaration of Independence, that's why it's called the Declaration of Independence, because they was declaring their independence, their freedom.
That's right.
You don't see no Israelites name on that Declaration of Independence nowhere.
Right.
You show me a Native American Indian signature on that Declaration of Independence. Show me a Judite, a black man's name on that Declaration of Independence. Show me a Reubenite, the Seminole Indians. Show me their name on that Declaration of Independence. Show me a Benjamite's name. Show me Ra'ai's name on there. Show me Halak's name on there. Show me the Kashwan's name on there.
Right.
Yamaya. Show me that. Show me a brother's name on the Declaration of Independence. You will not find it. You know why? Because it wasn't for us. It wasn't our independence. They was declaring their independence. Our enemy, while they was getting free, they had us up under slavery. They had us up under foot.
Yeah.
You know? Hey, Rob, the water once again for bringing that out. That was heavy what you said. That was a heavy point. Time check. All right, time. Get like let's go into one more scripture right quick. Give me go ahead.
Hey, you know it was,
you just hey Slocky, you couldn't read Carrie says, could you?
Nah,
I know. Go ahead. You can. Hey, look.
I just looked up something. I was like, that's crazy.
Go ahead.
You know that we just talked about the U.S. independence was 1776, and the Emancipation Proclamation actually came out in 1863. So almost 100 years.
Ooh.
Almost 100 years after they were independent.
Right.
Did we even become 3/5 of a person?
Oh wow.
We weren't even people yet.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we ain't become 3/5 until down there 100 years.
Ooh. So you know what? No, you know what? I'm glad that's heavy that you should bring that up because you look at it, even right, like you said, before that, we were considered we was property. We wasn't even 3/5. Matter of fact, we wasn't even 3/5 of a man.
Right.
We was property.
Right.
You know, we was animals, you know, like oxen, cow, mules, you know, workhorses, all that. We wasn't considered men. Our women wasn't considered women. Our children wasn't considered children. They were considered property. They was property. And that's why they was leasing us out. Yeah, I'm gonna lease my property. Yeah, I can lease some of my property out to you.
Oh,
go ahead.
Correction. It was 10 years.
10 years. Oh, okay. Hey, it's still.
But they were still.
Yeah, right. That's still. Hey, look. That's still what you call time frame, though. That time frame is still, you know, all jacked up. Yeah. Right. 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 Hey, yeah, that's still a long time, though. You know, that's man. 100 years, 15 years, 10 years, 5 years, that's still a long time.
Right.
My property. Because you know that's what they used to do. They will lend slaves out to another slave owner if they needed extra help. And that slave owner, he would actually, what they call it, renting. He would rent his slaves. Right. Man, look, we were the first stock commodity, the first lease, the first rental lease. Ain't that about a blip? And you want to go out and celebrate independence. You want to celebrate the enemy's Independence Day.
Right.
Not even your Independence Day. Right. All this that we're bringing out, if you still going to go out and celebrate the 4th of July, Lord be with you.
Come on, sir.
Hey, hello.
Come,
give me Amos 5:21.
Come.
You know y'all can chime in anytime you want to.
Come, sir. Amos chapter 5 and verse 21. I despise your feast days.
Stop right there. Most High God, he said he despised your feast days. And I definitely know he got to hate and despise the 4th of July. Because number one, you cook, you grilling pork, you think it's, oh yeah, I got them ribs. I got them good old pork ribs. Them pork chops. You know, with them steaks and all that, man. We gotta put all that on the grill. Yeah, come on through. You know, we got drinks. You know, potato salad, mac and cheese,
right,
salad. You know, we gotta shoot some fireworks later on that night. He said he despised. You think the Most High, you think God really likes you celebrating the 4th of July? When the Passover is our Independence Day?
right.
Come on, man. You better get in here and get right, Israel, Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians, and cut all that foolishness out so that Christ can return so we can get up out of here. Damn an Independence Day, damn a 4th of July.
That's right.
Give a damn about that. Go ahead, read some more on that.
Come. I despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assemblies.
Damn right. You don't want to smell that old funky, nasty, disgusting pork.
That's right.
I don't care how good you soaked it in vinegar and beer and everything else. I don't care how good you season it. It's unlawful. You think God gonna bless that? You think he want to smell that? He told you what meats he want to smell. He tell you we got our own dietary laws right there in Leviticus.
Right.
You know, God, you don't want to smell it. You don't care about that. Hell, I don't even want to smell it. Let alone I'm going to eat it.
Right.
And then none of my brothers and sisters going to eat it.
Salakia.
Go ahead.
And you pork eating sisters. We don't want to kiss you with that pork all on your breath.
Damn right. Damn right, Halak. You damn sure right about that. I don't mind wanting that old nasty, greasy. Oh man. Could you imagine all that's in your stomach? And we had because when Mashallah had brought out a class years ago, what was it, about a year or two ago, about that pork, man, and we was talking about, you know, the little micro germs, and you know, all the little microscopic insects, right? That be inside that. Go ahead.
That bacteria, Adawan.
Right, Khan, the water. Yeah, that bacteria that be in that pork, you know, it's like the more you heat it up, you know, when they feel that heat, the deeper they bury themselves into that meat. So you were getting rid of it. I don't care how thoroughly you cook that meat. You was not getting rid of the micro insects, the micro germs, none of that. Don't you know? You can't even hold on, y'all. You can't even poison a pig. Right. That's how many germs. That's how much it's got into it. Go ahead, Azariala.
Kind of concert, you know what I mean? A real heavy point you're bringing out. You know, the generals brought out, you know, I think they call it trypnosis.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's funny in the way that they say it, because you got to be tricked to damn eat the goddamn thing. You got to be tricked, you know what I mean? Because you ain't know shit. That's why we, you know what I mean? It's a worm, and you know, you put in the oven and all that. You think it's nice and cooked, but that worm is eating that damn freaking he's still alive and eating the thing. And when you eat it, he's gonna eat you too. Because the oppressor is the devil.
Right, exactly. You know, why would you want? Oh man! Now that I know about all that, how pork is, I don't even want to eat it. I don't even want it in my stomach, man. Because like Azariel said, while you eating that, it's eating you. And with that, any more comments? Any more questions? Anything online? All right, with that, I pass the class over to Police Officer Napash Rai.
This is the I.S.U.P.K security announcement. We are the I.S.U.P.K, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother or sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithe, which is a commandment. The book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21. And the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Ma'ashara means 10th in the Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. Salaki, we have the memorial blowing of trumpets. That's the first day of the 7th month. That'll be Wednesday, the 2nd of October, 2024, at even. That can be found in the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verses 24 through 25. Also, even more recent, more current, more prevalent, we have the Atlanta Cookout, starting from July 4th to July 7th. That'll be, there's many events and things of that nature. You can check the itinerary online on Instagram, Facebook, and also on YouTube. Reminder to Akim and Aquathian to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black. Boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, brothers, we'll give one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Amijim Shabbat, Amijim, Barak, Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barak Tah. What we said to you in the English is, may the Lord bless you in the name of Christ, Yad Yamatat. We'll give one courtesy salute to the sisters, men of Israel, Amijim Shabbat, Amijim, Barak, Yahweh Shamar Alatah Ba'Shem Yahushai. What we said to you in the English is, may the Lord watch over you in the name of Christ. Yad Yamatat means hands down. Class dismissed.
Well, everybody that checked in online. The water to you, Zariala, for chiming in on the conference call.
The water, sir.
My nigga Ramon with me. But that for my niggas, it'll be an honor. You know what I'm saying? Under command in general. That for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Look, hey, straight off the top, I love all of my niggas. That shit ain't gon' stop till we on top and we ballin', my nigga. We be fly as fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That shit'll never change and it's the same.
Don't see you, ladies.
すごいグレイビー。Hey, Shalom, Lord Christ, Israel, priest and officer of 1,000, the Kasha one of I.S.U.P.K. Cordially invite you to the I.S.U.P.K Atlanta cookout. It's going down July 6th, East Lake Park, 2617 Memorial Drive, Southeast Atlanta, Georgia. You don't want to miss this. We got a lot of fun activities, a lot of things on deck. We got general coming through. We got candles and cocktails for the sisters. We got everything you need, even entertainment for the children. We want to see you there. And also, this is free for every Black, Hispanic, and Native Indigenous person in the city of Atlanta. Shalom.
You ain't no Israelite, but you a gospelite, bitch. Fuck you talking about? If that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think, boy? You be done to try. Soft cold shit, we bout it. UPK, soup solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing. Like, bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. More than you, bitch. Sharp on shit, I'm bout it. UPK, soup solid. Fuck nigga don't want war. It ain't enough clips in your army. All the bitches wanna take my piece. All the hoes wanna take my piece. All the niggas wanna take my piece. No, I can't let a dog take it from me. I can't let a dog take it from me. You a hoe study and you dummy. And these bitches really out this bitch walking around like they don't know nothing. And a lame nigga fall for 'em and get set up for the corner.